I'm a firm believer that quality is always better than quantity, and nowhere is this more true than in digital marketing. One of the biggest mistakes I see people make is obsessing over getting a bigger audience, whether that's a social media following or people interacting with your posts or website traffic or an email list. Just obsessing over growing those numbers rather than focusing on the quality of the people who are actually making up that audience. There is no point in getting a huge audience of people who aren't really your target customer, who aren't really your target audience. It might make you feel good, those vanity metrics of seeing your Facebook following go up or seeing your website traffic increase, but ultimately you're so much better off to really focus on attracting the right people rather than attracting a whole bunch more people. Unless your business is built off the back of having a huge Facebook following that's quite generic, or having huge amounts of traffic, so you're a sort of BuzzFeed style website that relies on selling ad revenue, you're much better off to say, hey, who do I really want to sell to? Who could really benefit from my products or services? Whose problems do I really solve? And then just focus on that audience. And if that audience is small, don't feel bad about that. You've probably already done your market research to determine there's enough of an audience there to sell to. So don't feel like you have to, sort of go beyond that. Think about it this way. If you had a physical store, if you've got one and you could have people coming into that store, would you rather have fewer people come in who are really serious purchasers? Or would you be happy to stand there all day talking to a whole bunch of people who are potentially time wasters, or who could never afford what you're selling, or for whom your product just simply doesn't solve any problem of theirs? I think you'd much prefer the former option rather than the latter. So when it comes to digital marketing, think with that mindset as well. Seeing numbers growth in things like your website traffic, your social media audience engagement, all those kind of things, that's great. It makes you feel good. It makes you feel like you're making progress. But don't lose sight of what really matters, and that is growing a targeted audience. Better to grow slowly and steadily with the right type of people than have a massive audience of people who simply couldn't buy from you. I think it would be easier for you to build that way. It'll be easier for you to manage, and ultimately it's going to allow you to generate more leads and actually generate more sales. So yeah, if you're stuck with this concept, if you've sort of been in this mindset of thinking, hey, I've got to get more, I've got to pump those numbers up, I've got to get more website traffic, I've got to get more social media followers, and I don't really care who it is, as long as I get more people, I'll be in the money. Don't go down that path. Just really focus on going after the people who could most benefit from what you have to offer, and then really hone in on them. And even though it might not feel like you're making as much progress, I can pretty much guarantee you that in the long run it will pay off better. So hopefully you found that helpful. If you're watching this video on YouTube, please subscribe to my channel. If you've got any questions, leave a comment underneath the video, or you can email me on info@samfrost.co.nz, and I'll see you next time. Thank you so much for watching.